Many say the dark hallways of the state capitol or the Tenbrook Mansion are the scariest places in Albany. But we'll open this ghost story just after the lunch crowd leaves. The 18th century Dutch house turned Old English pub is supposedly a hotbed of paranormal activity.
When Old English pub first opened, they were a little reluctant to share some of the stories.
Maeve McEnany has been collecting and telling the ghost stories of the Capital Region for years. A bartender here told her about a closing time visit to the basement.
He saw a girl in a dress kind of run playfully and hide next to some equipment there. And he's thinking, oh, come on, like it's time to go. Last call was already called. Well, he goes down, looks behind that equipment, and there was nothing there. Thank you.
Even a skeptic was turned into a believer. The former bar manager finally opened up to Maeve about another night just before closing time.
One of them turns around and they see a shadowed black hand come down, grab the banister, and then slip its way back upstairs. But when they went to go investigate, there was nobody there.
There are lots of theories at who's supposedly haunting the Old English pub. But at the Shaker site near the airport in Colony, a group says there's proof of paranormal activity. Gary Robusto of the Tri-City Paranormal Society says in the barn, he's heard what sounds like craftsmen still building.
We heard saws, and you're like, what's that? What's going on? No one's in there. They don't do that anymore. So we call that a residual haunting.
The Shaker Education Director told us the history of this 19th century meeting house.
They got their name because of their early form of worship, which was very ecstatic movement at the whim of the spirit.
And on the floor where Shakers worshipped, Robusto's team captured this audio recording.
Mary Ann and Jennifer in the meeting hall.
He says his teammates didn't hear the singing until they reviewed the tape. Here it is again.
Mary Ann and Jennifer in the meeting hall.
Robusto took us to the attic of the building. He spent many nights here with his team trying to communicate with spirits.
We'll be standing here multiple times down in the far end. You'll see a person walk by.
One night, he says a bright orb of light flew through the air.
It was started over here. The next picture, it was like right in front of you. The next picture, it was right there.
More examples of the supposed audio and visual evidence is on our website, wnyt.com. You'll have to visit the Old English pub yourself to find spirits there. And as always, even in the case of ghost stories, we'll let you decide what to think on your own.